6 styles of vehicle insurance protection, auto insurance quotations on the net. So you just obtained your to start with car or truck. And no matter whether it can be a manufacturer new sports car or truck or a gently used minivan, you might be likely fairly very pleased of by yourself. Vehicle insurance plan is an essential portion of possessing a car or truck. It may well seem a bit puzzling, but truly, it is not complicated at all. Law. If you possess and travel a car or truck, the law suggests you have to have some kind of vehicle insurance plan. How considerably and what type differs from condition to condition. But irrespective of what the law suggests, you require to be insured simply because if you get to an incident, it can be very expensive enterprise. Protection. What particularly does vehicle insurance plan cover? Very well. Tons of issues from motor vehicles to residents to physical bodies. There are 6 types of protection, some that are needed and some that are optional. Enable me break it down for you. 1. Bodily injury legal responsibility. If you injure an individual in an vehicle incident, not only will you feel truly undesirable about it, but you are going to also be dependable for paying out their clinical expenditures. That's in which bodily injury legal responsibility arrives into enjoy. Now you will likely want to get additional than the bare minimum needed by condition law simply because if you get sued you are likely to require to be protected. 2. Personalized injury protection. Of course, if you get into an incident, you might be the one who gets hurt. So that is in which you will require personalized injury protection. This will cover your clinical expenditures, misplaced wages and occasionally even, heaven forbid, funeral costs. 3. Assets harm legal responsibility. Probabilities are, even if you stay away from hurting by yourself or an individual else in the incident, the car or truck you hit is likely a bit worse for wear. Assets harm legal responsibility covers you for damage to a further person's car or truck or any other residence you might have hit all through your incident. This covers you for lampposts, fences, quit signs, or the broadside of a barn. 4. Collision protection. Of course, if you crashed into something or flipped your car or truck in excess of, your auto is the one that needs to be repaired. That is in which collision protection arrives in helpful. 5. Extensive protection. But then once more, damage to your car or truck may well be induced by something other than crashing into a further auto or an object. You have obtained to contend with fires, slipping objects, missiles, explosions, earthquakes, hail, floods, vandalism, riots and operate-ins with wild animals. So generally, extensive fairly considerably covers you in situation you make a decision to travel to the established of in-motion experience movie. 6. Uninsured or under-insured motorist protection. The closing type of protection is for people who would not see this video clip and are foolish adequate to travel, possibly with not adequate insurance plan or with no insurance plan at all. With uninsured and under-insured motorist protection, you might be protected from an individual who hits your car or truck, and not able to fork out for damages. Or it can be a hit and operate incident. Alright, that is all of them. I wager some of you experienced no notion there are so a lot of types of protection just for your car or truck. It really is vital to understand each individual of these so you could make a decision what protection you require to best guard by yourself. Bare minimum requirements. But really don't try out to sneak by with as very little insurance plan as probable. At the very least, you should have a bare minimum of $100,000 of bodily injury security for every individual and $300,000 security for every incident. Oftentimes, mishaps value far additional than the bare minimum needed by most states. Analysis and selection tips. And recall, there are a whole lot of vehicle insurance plan companies out there, so do your investigate and uncover out who can give you the best offer and who has an excellent record of working with shoppers. By no means pick out on value by itself. You do make positive that the corporation is financially stable and specials very well with their shoppers. Averting mishaps. Just one of the best strategies to guard by yourself from acquiring concerned in an incident is make positive you might be not distracted while driving. Just lately, cell phone use and particularly, texting, has turned into one of the best brings about of mishaps. Use your widespread feeling, put the mobile phone down and travel. Alright, I imagine you are all set to hit the highway.